Hey there everyone, it's finally here. I got it, the new Huda Beauty Rose Gold Remastered palette. We're going to talk about the controversy. We're going to compare it to the old palette. We're going to throw away the old palette. Seriously, this palette is so fantastic. It is so gorgeous. I could not wait to dive into it, and I really did not know which way to go with it, what to use on my lid, because there are so many beautiful options. This thing just blows completely out of the water, that previous palette. The packaging, number one, right off the bat, rose gold. It's gorgeous. It has roses on it. Good job with that. But then, look at the palette. Look at this. It is so beautiful. And look, her lids are exactly how I want my lids to be today, with that same shine. They've got this shiny foil on everything, and on her cheek is an amazing highlight. When you open up the palette, you get another picture just like it. The big question is, how does it compare to the old one? And we're going to go into that. But here's what I did with it today. I absolutely love it. I'm going to be using this palette over and over again because there are other ways I want to go with it. I want to go toward this other direction with this beautiful olive greeny brown on my lid and some of these golds. This thing is astonishing. Okay. Once again, we've got a mix of mattes and shimmers and satins, but the formula is so superior to the mattes and shimmers of the previous one. You'll see when I compare them, it is just completely night and day. Swatching these is so easy because they just adhere right on your skin. It's so different than the previous palette. It's so much fun to swatch this because everything is uniformly wonderful on this palette. As far as the formula, the texture, it's all wonderful. Here they all are. Look at those deep pinks. Look at those roses. Look at these shimmers over here. This beautiful taupe I was surprised at. What a pretty taupe in the pan. It just looks like a gray lavender. Super pigmentation on that one. The only issue I have with any of these, this is the color called Bubbly, and it is a little sheer. It's not as creamy feeling or as opaque as the other colors. This color here is called Risque. That one I had to dab on twice to get that much color out of it. That one I absolutely love. Pink Diamond. That is just another stunning lid color. I can't wait to get on. Look at Maneater over here. It is a red. This is so beautiful. We're going to compare it to the other palette after I show you exactly how I put this on today. I'm going to start with this color called Demure right here. It's a pale, sort of a nude pink color. Not super pink. Oh my gosh, my brush, you guys, is dipping right into this. These are literally nothing. You see the fallout and stuff? These are just literally nothing like those horrible, hard, dry, dusty mattes from the previous palette. Those shimmers are nothing like the glitters that are in that palette either, so I'm ready to play. I'm going to take this color called Henna and put that sort of more inner crease. I'm just going to use the edge of this fluffy brush, kind of have it held at an angle like that, so that it gets more in that inner crease and is still kind of diffused through there. I don't want it to get too concentrated. Oh, that's a good color. That is such a good color. Look at how it brightened that up. Kind of a unique color, that one. Wow, I really like this color. Look at how easily these go on. Bringing some more Demure up high. This color called Cocoa is really pretty. I'm going to put that in my very inner crease with a more pointed brush. And I'm just going to put it right here. Yeah, that's a good color. I think I'm going to put that Cocoa color in my outer corner as sort of a base for a little bit of this black color here. Once again, my favorite outer corner brush. It just lays it right where I want it to be, and it blends it at the same time. I want to go ahead and get my lid on before I do anything further in the outer corner. I'm going to use this color called Fling. There are so many options for lids right through here, if you like your lid glittery like I do, but I'm going to do this one, and then I'm going to put something else on top of that. It's not going on too bad with a brush. It is very creamy feeling. I mean, you can actively see streaks in the product from the brush being dragged across it. It's so creamy. I'm gonna go ahead and dab that. Oh yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and dab that so that we get the intense effect. Okay, I'm gonna take my little outer corner brush again, and I'm going to go into this black color called Black Truffle. It is a black matte. Not going on quite as black and dark as I thought it was going to. And taking the color called Bubbly up under my brow. I would have liked for that to be a little bit lighter, or maybe a little bit lighter highlight color in here. It's funny that it came out that pink on my eyebrow. I mean, it looks pretty champagne-y. Okay, now the fun part is I'm going to put this color called Rose Gold all over the lid. This one is more of a topper. It's not really doing much. It's not really picking up. It is a little bit, but I want it to be crazy. So let's go ahead and tap it with our finger. Ooh, it is like on there. It's really intense. Okay, that's pretty. Okay, I'm gonna put that over my whole lid because it is so pretty. It almost has a peach duochromingness to it. So here is the former palette. Let's compare. I know not all of the colors are exactly the same. They're not all exactly the same colors or names. So let's take a look at that. First of all, the packaging. I did not ever enjoy this clear plastic lid. I realize that it is nice to be able to see the colors right off the bat in your palette drawer, but it just makes it look really cheap. This was such a weird palette. I wanted to love the colors on it. This is the previous one. The colors are just, they're right up my alley. All these berries, reds, then they have some warm crease colors, and then of course the glitters. I love anything glitter, of course, but the formula just was so gross, and everything was just so different on it. The mattes were dry and chalky feeling. The glitters are the strangest thing you'll ever experience. They are greasy and goopy feeling, and they're chunky and crumbly. Let's compare, first of all, the shades. Are they the same? How many of them are the same? So, Dubai, that is in both. Fling is in both. 24 Karat is in both, but this one is over here on this one. Rose Gold is in both. Trust Fund is in both. Angelic does not appear to be in the new palette, and that is one of my favorite colors out of this old palette. Hashtag Blessed right here is not in the new palette. Bossy is not in the new palette. Flamingo is not in the new palette. Shy is not in the new palette. Bay is not in the new palette. Moondust is right here. Black Truffle is in both palettes. Suede, Cocoa, Maneater, Henna, and Sandalwood are in both palettes. So in the new palette, we have other colors. We have new colors. We have Risque. We have Dollface. We have Demure. We have Bubbly. We have Pink Diamond. And then the rest of them are repeats of the previous. Let's compare side by side some of these yucky, gritty, grimy feeling shimmers with the true shimmers on the new palette. By the way, guys, I'm doing my own nails now. I bought a bunch of nail products today, and I got such a good deal at CVS. I got a bunch of extra care bucks. They had coupons. I had extra care bucks. I have a bunch of nail products to review with you guys for people who do their own nails like me. Let's compare some of these. For instance, I am in love with this color here called Dubai. Let's look at the Dubai in the old palette. Okay, there it is. Okay, the new color is a prettier color, and it's not all that chunky stuff. This is that chunky, gross glitter. You can see how it just kind of got sheer there. It got patchy. This one does not do that because it has more background. It is not that greasy feel. Fling, totally different. Here's the greasy version. Here's the one I have on my eye. They're totally different in consistency, and color is a little bit different as well. Here is Trust Fund from the previous palette, and it will not even go on my skin. It is so chunky yucky. Look at that. It's just barely there. And here's Trust Fund from the new palette. Look at that. Night and day. I'm telling you guys. Here is the current 24 karat. I'll put the other one next to it. Okay, that one's not bad. For some reason, you can kind of smear the greasiness together and get a cohesive coating instead of flecks. Here's the old one and here's the new one. I still prefer the new one because look how smooth it is. Yeah, it fell apart just now when I picked at it. So, old one I'm going to sell. So the controversy, what's the controversy over this new palette? Number one, the controversy is there was all this buildup from Huda Beauty. We're releasing something new. Here's a sneak peek at it in black and white, and we're not going to tell you what it is. We're not going to show you the colors from it. And everybody got really excited about that. And then it turns out to be a remastered version of an old palette. The other controversial aspect of this palette is, and I can see what's going on with this one. So strangely, and I don't know how, but somehow, however they pressed these shimmers into the pans, we're getting a divot, a little sinkhole in the middle of each one of them. So that's not my finger that went into there. It is a sinkhole. There's some going on in this one too down here in these. It's not in the mattes, it's only in these shimmers. So I don't really know what is causing that. It's something in the formulation. As they pressed, they didn't press it in hard enough or something. And so these little sinkholes are appearing in these shimmers, and people are very upset about that. They're upset that they're going to hit pan quicker on those shadows than they would if they had pressed them in normally. I don't really have a problem with it. I guess another thing that might happen is your shade might break, I guess, because there's a little hole in the middle. It might break when you dip into it. But I'm not all that obsessed with that. It's not really a big problem with me. I'm not going to return this because of that. A lot of people are returning theirs because of that. I picked up a shade of the Fenty Beauty Kilowatt Foil Freestyle Highlighter Duo. I'm not going to use this as a highlighter. Let me just tell you right now. It is the most gorgeous brown shimmer and beautiful seafoam green shimmer. This is the most electric, shining, screaming highlighter you've ever seen. I'm going to be putting this on my eyelids. That's going to be so pretty. I have the mini Natasha Denona Blush and Glow to show you guys. And this. I tried this out for the first time today. I am impressed. Found another pair of eyelashes that I love. These are a little bit longer, a little bit thicker, a little more dramatic than my usual. The Ritzy from Kiss, I loved those. These are from Kiss, but they are called Ever Easy Lashes. Here are the other pair that I have. This was a dual pack, number 01-A or _A. Kind of different. They usually have a name, but look at how nice these are. Thanks for watching, you guys. Stay tuned. I've got more stuff coming, of course, as always, and I'm going to redo this room and take you guys on a tour pretty soon. So thanks for watching, and thanks for all of everyone's support on my little channel. We're trying to grow it, and thanks for watching.